Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to talk about something that might offend some people, and I frankly don't give a shit. But I will talk about it. And if you have the same opinion as me, share it, cause I would feel validated. So this is kind of like my philosophy. So throughout my whole life, I've been having problems with my self-esteem. Since I was young, I was always the one who was the worst, who was worse than others. Everyone was better than me. People were smarter than me, they were faster than me, they were more sociable than me, they were more prettier than me, they had more friends, they draw better, they could do their hobbies more effectively, they were just better. So, yeah, not usually. The thing mostly that impacted me, I believe, was school. Because as I have ADHD, and you can have ADHD and be a good student. Of course, it depends where you are on the spectrum. And there is a chance that because people with ADHD hyperfixate on things, like if they like something, they're going to like it. So that can happen with school too. You can like math. And if you like math, you like math and you're really good at math, even though you're failing at everything else. That can happen too. And reminders to do things and notifications. So yeah, my self-esteem was very much impacted by the way school was happening. I was bullied when I was a kid too. I was kind of bullied. I believe I was bullied, but it was also a case of me being too sensitive. And that impacted the things. Like someone could just slightly tease me and I would freak out, I would react. I'm a very reactive person. Like, if you tell me to not do something, I will do it, just because you told me not to do it. And if you this has gone down quite a bit. Not the part that I talked about, the part that I would talk about now. Like, if you touch me, I would be I'm a reactive. Although, does that still apply though? 'Cause not really. It applies in other aspects, whatever. So, due to my self-esteem and due to my ADHD, I can't say I lack motivation, because you need discipline. And this phrase has been not stuck into my head, has been drilled into my head and tattooed on the walls of my brain. But yeah, I was always not able to do something. Even if I wanted to do something, I just couldn't bring myself to do it because, oh, I got distracted, or, oh, well, this is too hard. And I could never start a hobby that I would like, because at first it would be hard and I would not be able to get past this period of this is hard. I can't. This has been changing because for the past 2 years I've been trying to improve my life, and for the past year I would say I've been on self-improvement on the spaces and stuff. But yeah, since I grew up with this self-esteem and this ability to not be able to have discipline in my life and not have fun in my life, I was always struggling. Like, even the most simple task for me would be so hard. And even things like that have to do with sensory things, like having to brush my hair. That hurts. I can't do that. That hurts. I'm not doing that. So I would my hair would go messy and it would tangle and I would be a mess. And my mom would be like, what? And why are you, brush your hair? And I would be like, no. And she would be like, why? And I would be like, I don't want to. And then after a point I would be like, yeah, it hurts. She would be like, how can that hurt? And I can't explain it to her. And recently, I had been saying to her that, oh, it's because of my ADHD. But she would be like, no, that's not everything is because of your ADHD. And yeah, they don't understand. I can't really blame them. I mean, they should know better, but whatever. I have experienced a lot of hurt in my life. A lot of hurt and torture. Torture. Yeah, a lot of torture, yeah. So, where I'm going with this is, I believe that people who have experienced a lot of sadness in their life, a lot of difficulties, a lot of torture even, deserve to be more ahead in life of others, or deserve more empathy or more love. Because I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just think they do. Like, why would I want to give empathy to someone who is not facing any difficulties and is okay with themselves and is not struggling in life? Who would appreciate my empathy more? Of course, the person who is struggling. They would appreciate my empathy more. And who deserves it more? Of course, the person who is struggling. To the person who is struggling, if I give them empathy, it would have more of an impact in their lives. Whereas if I give it to someone who isn't struggling, then the impact wouldn't be so great. In fact, maybe it wouldn't have an impact at all. Well, they would be like, I guess happy, but maybe they wouldn't be. Maybe they wouldn't care. And a person who is struggling with their lives and just all that is more likely to care about you. They say that people who have faced a lot of struggles in their lives are more empathetic. To me, this doesn't apply. Although I can understand where this comes from, to me that doesn't apply. I've developed a really bad hatred for other people who are better than me. I don't want them to succeed at all. I in general don't want others to succeed, and I kind of want to push that away by making this channel and help myself. And this channel might not only help people who are neurodivergent, this also might help neurotypicals. And right now this would upset me, but when I get more mature and I will realize that my philosophy is flawed and based strongly on emotions and hatred that I've built up inside of me all those years, I'm going to be grateful that I made all those people improve on themselves and I've motivated them. Right now, though, I don't want this to happen. I don't want a neurotypical person and a person who isn't struggling in life, or as much as I am struggling at least, to find those videos and to find self-improvement videos in general, and so they can be helped. I don't want to. I don't want. I'm gonna be sad. I don't want to. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be sad. I don't like seeing other people succeed at all. At all. Not at all, but, So, when someone who hasn't been struggling, even struggling in general, but especially struggling as much as I am, and finds self-improvement, that would make me very angry and very resentful. Whereas if a person who has been struggling more so than the average, more than the average person who is on self-improvement, and most likely a neurodivergent person, and finds self-improvement, then I'm going to be very happy for them because they deserve it. They deserve to get better because they have experienced so much hurt in their lives. They deserve to feel good. Whereas other people have to experience the hurt first. Why should they get even more good in their lives? Why should they, on top of already feeling good, why should they feel even more better? Whereas people that are doing better. So, yeah. I've been seeing a psychiatrist where he's a military psychiatrist, so my parents really like him, so I can't currently change, but I'm also seeing a school therapist, and it's going well. I'm working on my issues, but I just want to make this video mostly for myself to see how far I've come as a person, and I'm not gonna delete this or anything. This is just gonna be there, and I do want other people to see my growth. I want this channel to grow, and when this channel grows and I have changed my beliefs and I become more empathetic, and that can be shown through my videos, people would see my older videos and they would be like, oh my god, what the fuck? And they would be like, oh my god, she changed so much. And I want people to say that. I want people to validate that growth, because I have experienced growth as a person, and that's the thing with me. I love validation. I really love validation. And when I have improved in areas of my life, like in my social area. This sounds weird. Okay, but you know what I mean. I have improved there, and I am happy about it, but I would be even happier if other people acknowledged it, and my friends do acknowledge it, and especially my best friends. But yeah, I have growth in other aspects, and people think this is the bare minimum. Like, I have sadistic tendencies, and over the years I've tried to control them and to control them and to make them not go away, but to limit them. And people are like, well, that's the bare minimum. Why would you be like a sadist? Why would a person feel that way? That's like the bare minimum. Or when, like, let's say there's a man who is misogynistic and has hatred for women because they have hurt him in his life, and he is trying to get rid of those misogynistic thoughts and all that stuff, and he succeeds, and he announces it because he wants the validation, he wants people to be happy with him, and people are like, well, that's the bare minimum, you know? And this is not the bare minimum. I want you to know that if you struggle with thoughts that are not socially acceptable and you have helped yourself overcome them, even if it's just a little bit, I appreciate it. Even though I don't care for strangers, I do appreciate it. In some instances, I do care for strangers. I really want you to know that I do appreciate it. So, yeah, this was the video. Goodbye.